Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. This is going to be a very quick market update. I'm literally on my way to the airport for our tour. If you're in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne or Toowoomba, stop by and say g'day. We're touring this week. But last week Bitcoin was trading around 8,500 and we're looking for a bounce, we're looking for a push up here, and we just didn't get it. We said if we roll over, this weakness is going to continue for the length of this bracket. We're looking for this to provide a bit of support, and as soon as we lost it, we get that waterfall. So what are we looking at now, guys? Now that we've lost this longer term trend line, there's one more trend line that a lot of chartists are looking at now. So I'll just grab that there. And this has had a number of touches. We're waiting to see if this can provide some support. So this comes into play, only a few $100 below where we are now, around 7,000, a nice psychological number. Do we get a flush of that on some volume and a bounce? If we lose that, the next level's down to 6,500, where we've had a number of times acting as support, and then 6,000, a retest of those lows. So look, I do expect that weakness to continue now until the first week of June. So another 10 days, let's call it. Can it chop around here? It just doesn't seem like the market wants to digest any good news lately, guys. Coinbase acquiring Paradex is absolutely huge. The fact that you'll be able to trade ERC20 tokens, this should have given all Ethereum tokens and Ethereum a huge boost. People have been waiting for a way to trade ERC20 tokens on Coinbase, or wait to see which one they're going to add next. This is going to allow users to plug in their hardware wallet and trade directly from their wallet. Absolutely huge news, but just doesn't get digested when we're in a bear market. We also saw this news that LMAX, so a London exchange, they've had $10 trillion circulate through there in terms of fiat trading volume to date. So people want these institutions to have on-ramps. We're starting to get them, and yet the market just isn't reacting. Now, I put out a poll. Everyone is bearish. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's going to be under $20,000 for the rest of the year. I did this in my Crypto Academy as well. Same answer, guys. Under $20,000 for the year. You know the saying, guys, when everyone is bearish, it's a good time to start to be buying. And I know we've been buying the whole time and averaging down, and every time we think the bottom's in, we just can't get a sustained rally. But look, the volume's just been decreasing on this sell-off as well, guys, which is normally a good sign. So, the bears were here, the big red bars selling, and now, the volume's happening behind the scenes. I've got an interview I'm going to upload this week with Prash that just talks about the OTC market. You guys wanted to have him back on. You had plenty of unanswered questions about how the whales buy behind the scenes and how it affects price. So there's plenty to watch this week, guys. Unfortunately, that bear trend has continued. We're a long way away from that 200-day moving average. We're getting extended on the Bollinger Bands. Everything's bearish, guys, and sometimes that means that there's only room for sentiment to improve. So I think the DOJ news was that turning point this week, but again, you guys know my thoughts. In the grand scheme of things, if we get these classed as securities, we get some, finite rulings from the institutions, governments about who can list what, who can do an ICO in what jurisdiction, okay? It all brings legitimacy to the space. So that's it for today, guys. Let's see if this market can finally have a bit of a recovery. I'm hoping to see you guys in Australia this week on the East Coast. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Cheers.